Hi guys, so just a quick video, um, just understanding about range and distance and the angles that you need to be at relative to your opponent, to your partner, in order to land the techniques correctly. Okay, so the person that controls the space controls the fight. So we have a particular range for the push kick, the body kick, the punch and knee, the shorter punch and elbow, all the way down into clinch work. The power channel in the middle is when your partner's square in front. And then these are the trajectories of the kick coming round. We have our footwork angles. When we're stepping off to the side, to the back on a diagonal, and then forwards and back. So as we move from this, we get into the person that controls the space, controls the fight. So our long range control is our takeover, using our jab, our low kick and our push kick. This is low risk occupation of space. So when your partner, when your opponent is all the way on the outside, we can occupy that space, just popping out the jab, popping out the push kick to keep them at bay. When we start closing that distance down, this is where the chaos starts coming into play. This is where we have to stamp your authority. You stamp your authority on the chaos. All these different styles are drawn as clouds, because as soon as you start putting any kind of structure in place, the impulse changes, the stimulus changes. Okay? So you need to be adaptable to drop into these different styles. And then we're all the way to the inside, where we're controlling space, and we can use that through our clinch work. When we're in clinch work, we can use like a Greco-Roman wrestling style body lock, different tie-ups, grips, throws, sweeps. We learn how to score in the clinch. We can engage and disengage, and we use our elbows. So how do we do that? We do that through our attacking pyramid, with our tick over, jab, low kick down at the bottom. Okay? So we're going to touch the air, occupy space. Then we touch a guard to set a reference point. And then we hit the target. Then as we go through the scoring criteria, we've got our body kick and our straight knee. Those are the biggest scores in Muay Thai. We look for visible effect. We're using our boxing, our kicks, our low kicks. We stamp our style from the chaos, as mentioned above. Then we have effective scoring. So this is where we're seeing a visible change in our opponent. So this may be a concussion effect. It may be maybe getting a dead leg, maybe a stumble, loss of balance, a loss of confidence. And then we get to do our highlight reel stuff up at the top when we're in a position to take advantage. We've got all the space, our confidence is flying high, and everything else is working well. On the defensive side, we can use barriers and shields. This is when we're holding our guard up, holding our defense tight. And then as our confidence increases, we can parry and block. Obviously, I don't want to use barriers and shields all the time. That's kind of low confidence. That's low level, kind of low level defense. I want to be parrying and blocking. And then as I get more confident and I get my timing, then I can catch and counter. And then lastly, we can start evading. It's understanding the angles and the range of threats. Learning to read body language just before someone starts to throw the shot. Which then takes us down into the application. Our application We're using our eyes with timing, fluidity, athleticism. We're understanding about the patterns and habits. And then we learn to exploit the patterns and habits. We're only able to do this through our physicality, how strong we are. So our general physical preparedness at the bottom. This is our box jumps, our sprint speed, squat strength, power, like how fast we can run, how high we can jump, how explosive we can be. Then how can we apply that into our sport-specific preparedness? How can we use those strength attributes and apply it into our sport, doing Thai boxing things? And then we get into skill acquisition up at the top. So obviously the more strength we get means a greater skill acquisition opportunity. So obviously the stronger you are, the fitter you are, the more coordinated you are, the more opportunity you have to apply this skill. And then we start having a look at the round timer. So if we wanted to analyze a round, the blue lines are the actual attacks that are taking place. The red lines are the fakes. The white lines, the white gaps in between is their footwork and the ring craft, kind of positioning. And when you're focusing on positioning and faking, looking to get some reactions from the defensive pyramid, we can use the airspace and touching the guard to apply that into our round analysis. We apply this with relaxation and fluidity, and we try to set our own patterns and habits so that we can exploit this later on. So like this block here, this could be like an element of clinch work where we're fully engaged for maybe a full 10, 15, 20 seconds, maybe even longer than that. And like I said, this is only one round. This is only a 2 minute round here. Okay, so if you're wanting to look back and do an analysis of your fight, you can maybe have a look and see how much time was spent actually attacking, how many fakes you can read and see and observe, and then you can also see how the pattern rolls out. And when you see how the patterns roll out, this then takes us all the way back up to the top to see who's controlling the space the best. And there we start putting it all together.